Hello everybody, Jackson here from the Wealth Squad. Today we'll be talking about a trade or investment that you should be looking into, and that is Square. Actually now known as Block, right? They changed their name. So you can see Square, we talked about it before on one of our recent videos. I was talking about how if you're waiting, I was talking about setting up a trading plan, right? As in this could be your entry, this could be your stop loss, and these could be the multiple price targets. Well, these price targets are still pretty dang accurate, as you can see. However, it does look like we jumped today from a low of 163 now at 173. So it could be the bottom, it could not be, but just going based off today, we're going to look at the numbers of the company and some more technical analysis and actually see if it's a good investment at this price. So let's take these down. I guess no, I'll just take those. So these are the support and resistance lines for Square. Obviously the major ones is this and that, those two, not this or that one. However, you can see that Square has had a tough couple of months from the all-time high of 289, almost 300. Right now we're down 40% from the highs. Just the last month, you could see down 24% just in the last month. Even after today, we rallied quite a bit. You can see with the Fed announcement, the stock did jump from 163 to 173 and climbed even more in after hours trading. So looking at the year, the MACD has yet to cross over. However, it does look like it is possible. No confirmation yet. But the RSI does look pretty dang good here as it's under 30. Under 30 is basically the buy zone. That's where you want to buy the stock you're looking at, or crypto, right? Under 30 and sell it above 70, right? Buy it when it's cold, sell it when it's hot. In terms of the MACD, like we already said, no confirmation yet. However, it does look pretty dang close. So now let's look at the actual numbers. We're looking at Yahoo Finance, the financials part, and we're going to see right down here the last 4 years. You can see Square hasn't been earning too much money, right? It's a growth stock. This is what you're going to find later in the video, where we look at the metrics, the value metrics, the growth metrics. Not necessarily the growth, but more like the value, the price metrics, just because Square is not a value play, right? It's a growth play. And we could see that because it grew so much, it doubled its revenue from 2019 to 2020, about earning less, right? So profitability is not Square's main concern. It's more about generating sales, as you can see. Now, you can see, throughout the years, their revenue has been growing, but their net income, not so much. Yeah, net income, not so much. Let's look at the stats. Let's see some more stuff. You can see market cap has been the same since this time last year, just about. And some more info on the stock and how it's been trading lately, as well as the profit margin. Of course, they don't have a dividend. They should not plan to have a dividend anytime soon. Growth stocks should reinvest back into the company rather than paying its shareholders. But we can see that they do have a subtle amount of cash as well as debt. They have $11.67 of cash per share and a solid current ratio of 1.9. Now let's look at Finviz, and we can see here some more info on Square. $82 billion market cap. You can see that they have good cash, right? 1.9. Anything above 1 means they're in good health. Below 1 means they're struggling for cash. They do have some not dangerous debt levels, but not too good. And you can see, of course, the PE, the 4P, and the PEG all very, very high, just because it's a growth stock, right? Sales are going through the roof. doubling from last year, and it's not even counting 2021. But profit, on the other hand, is staying the same, relatively not moving. They have a target price of 290. Right now it's 170. You have a good, if you buy at 170, sell at 290. What do you make it? 60%. 290 is even more. But anyways, yeah, just looking at Square, you can see relatively undervalued based on the technicals. Fundamentally, it's a growth stock, so we can't value it with the PE or the PEG, or I'm sorry, just the PE with the value out of the question. However, the PEG is actually known for being a growth and value type of analysis, and it's still very high. So you have to ask yourself, is the growth worth this extra price? Of course, Chris thinks so. He put 1.7 million into Square just either today or yesterday. I'm pretty sure it's yesterday. So he's bullish on it. If you think he knows what he's doing, which he does, then it's time for you to jump in as well. However, you got to do your own research. Of course, it's not financial advice. But Square being relatively cheap and has, we haven't seen this price since November of last year, or even before then, October, right? So you're getting a yearly steal where we haven't seen this price in a year. Market's at all-time highs. Square's bound to come back. Maybe not, 300, 400, 500, just because that price and value reasoning. However, it is bound to rebound at least to near all-time highs in this second upper quadrant of the chart. Now, tell me what you think about Square in the comments below. Of course, we just went over the RSI, MACD, and we could actually pull up, let's do that. Let's pull up some moving averages here. So we got to take off. The most important moving averages are like 250. So let's see 200 here. And they are different on multiple different time frames. So the 5-year moving average will be different than the 1 year. So we just got to see. So this is the 5-year, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, that's the 5-year. So this is the 1 year, right? You can see we're heavily below the 200, which is the most dominant moving average here. So let's see exactly by how much. Down to the moving average, or rebound to the moving average of 200 is a pretty sizable, decent play, and it's not too unexpected for it to happen. 27%. We have to Square has to go up just about 36% to match that 200 if it were to stay the same. Of course, it does move relatively small in small amounts, but we could see that 200 on the 5-year chart is at 124, which would have to cut the stock into fifths at least for it to hit that mark, which is definitely a stretch, but it's always possible. So you always have to manage your risk. Now, in terms of stop loss at this level, maybe make this 150 flat, just because it's a strong buy zone here. Every time it hit 150, it bounced right back up. So maybe make that your stop loss, which is pretty high because it's 173 right now. And it depends on your risk to reward or your risk tolerance, depending on how low you want to put your stop loss. So entirely up to you, but this trade is just talked about in the Wealth Squad. Chris has been talking about it, so I thought I should share what I see based on the chart and the fundamentals in the numbers. So I hope this helped. Not to mention, actually, Square changing its name to Block, right? Just like Facebook changed its name to Meta, Square changed its name to Block. Maybe it's going to focus more on the blockchain. I do think that's a bullish move by Square, now Block. Kind of just redirecting from, payments to money, the blockchain. I do think that's bullish. However, you may not. So, just invest based on your own opinion, not necessarily your opinion, more about what you see. I'm just talking about what I see here and what Chris has seen. So I hope this video helped. If it did, please drop a like and subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Thank you.